Right, this is the first volunteer task that Bolton Ute is doing at the Garstang Allotments. The allotments are owned by Bolton at Home. At the moment we've got a group just further up along, and we've not really done a proper show of this area before. So at the moment it needs a lot of work just to get it up to scratch to the standard we want. And as you can see, the litter's an issue, but it's not much of a big deal. It can easily be sorted. Would you like to come with me? So the great thing is about this site is that there's two fences for security. So it's a really good secure site. We've got the substation on the side there. All this land is just the entrance to actually get to the allotments, which most people are completely unaware of. Now, our focus, to begin with, is not on this area, which you can see, which is the entrance point. Our focus is on the area in there. So that's what we've started to do for the very first task. So, nice secure gate. Right, here we are in the allotments. You've got a fence along that side, you've got the residents along that side, and behind me is Martin, Jasmine and Adele, who are volunteering today with Simon and myself. And at the moment what we're doing is, we're clearing all the rubble, we're putting it along to make a dead hedge on the north side, which will then use the dead wood as well, so we're making a nice, very long habitat hotel for all the bugs. On the south side, what we're doing is we're clearing the area to make it safe, because later this month, St Osmond's and St Andrews, the children will be coming out and planting 120 saplings to create a brand new hedgerow. So on that side, brilliant for hedgehogs, brilliant for birds, brilliant for invertebrates. On that side eventually, it'll be brilliant for hedgehogs, brilliant for birds. That's living, that's dead. And it'll be interesting to see, I can show you the comparison in the future. So as we go along, we'll show you the site. So today we are been here from 10 o'clock and we're here till about 3:30, and at the moment we'll eventually use that for burning the brambles, because you can't really get rid of the brambles besides using a mattock, digging them up, burning the brambles. But we've got hot soup. Now it's come to winter, we start doing soup for our task every month. We've got the brews as well, we've got chocolate as well actually, and pies and stuff, and sandwiches. A bit overboard, but it's brilliant, fantastic. It's not, no, I don't mean it like that, it's great. Anyway, the site it looks like it's a bit of a mess at the moment, but it's absolutely fantastic. It doesn't take that much work to get it up to scratch. So we've got a lot of wood behind us, as you can see. Simon will turn around, which, even though it's quite old, it can still be used to make raised beds. Quite easy to make raised beds, to be honest. And the length of the site is actually quite deceiving from the road. It's actually quite long. It's how many raised beds do we say roughly we could get? Actually, quite large size. Was something.
I think around 25-ish.
25.
Yeah.
So we've also done a £2,500 funding bid. We'll hear about that later this month, whether that's been approved or not. Regardless, we're still going to be out here working on Bolton at Home land. Bolton at Home have been amazing with this actually. They've provided a skip, they've had Glendale come out. Glendale have been amazing in their support they've done for this area. They chemically treated it, they trimmed it all down. The guys came out, filled the skip. It's been really impressive actually, Bolton at Home with Glendale, how much support they've actually given for this site to get it up to be used for an allotment. And Bolton Ute, none of us are going to get paid for being here. Anything we get money-wise for grants is 100% on the tools and equipment. And the end project will be that there's community beds. We don't want people claiming beds. We want it to all be about the community. We want it to people to share, to learn from each other, to have the freedom where nobody's dictating to other people. But there will be a committee made up of the group, just to ensure that we're all kind of friends. We don't have disputes between each other, and it doesn't get to. Unfortunately, what does happen in allotments, there is a lot of disputes, and we're hopeful with a community-based one, that's not going to happen. It's all going to be about helping each other. And you can come out today. If you come onto Garstang Avenue, you can't miss us. We're about 200 metres up from the bottom of Blenheim Road, and we're on the side. You can't miss the steel gates. I think it's like near 87 Garstang roughly. And as you can see behind us, really quick job. This is the dead hedge. it's not even allotment work really, but just a bunch of bricks and rubble all the way along there, and it's great for the bugs and invertebrates, a place where they can hide where it's damp and there's lots of cracks and crevices. On top of that, we'll take all the wood which we've lifted, as you can see up here. That's been slowly crown lifted, so it allows more lighting for the allotments, and then all the wood that we've chopped down, we can either use it for Christmas events, such as chopping it up to making decorations, or we can just actually thread it into the dead hedge, and yet again it becomes thick enough that nesting birds can use it. Even right now at the moment we've been watching the robin bopping in and out, and when I arrived down here there was a jay bopping around the site, so wildlife's already in here, and I think we've even had foxes and hedgehogs actually being seen on here. So if you're interested in finding out more about the allotments and potentially making a new Facebook page, something along the lines of Garstang Growers, if you want to know more about the site, we'd be more than happy to come out and meet you on site, and anything, just get in touch with us about this site. We've not really pushed it that hard on the volunteering side because we've been so busy with Halloween. We've got a Christmas event now, but if we do get the funding, we have said we'll provide a lot of commitment to this site, which is like getting a secure shed, getting 2 raised beds, getting all the soil brought in for the site, and the rest is like gardening bags which we'll give to the people. And the main thing about this site is, once we've known somebody just long enough that we can be trusted, they'll have their own key and they're able to come on this site from like about 9 o'clock in the morning until like 8 o'clock at night, free to do work on the allotments when they choose. And that's what it should really be about, in my opinion, the freedom for people to come and go as they choose, not when we turn up and say, right, we're opening for this period of time. So, however, we have to start off by getting to know the people, and that's why we're out here today. So if you want to come along, get to know us, and then we can actually provide a key for you eventually if you want to be a part of this community hub that we're starting. So thank you for watching, and we hope to hear from you or see you in future.